Welcome back, everyone. In Sierra Leone, countless victims of war were once facing a bleak future.
But one local woman halfway around the world from them is giving them hope through a game.
It's called the world's game, but rarely, if ever, has the sport of soccer affected a community like it has in one of the poorest countries in the world, the African Republic of Sierra Leone. Halfway around the world, right here in Bellevue, is the woman largely responsible for giving them hope. Their images DeMalco remembers well.
I had never seen people look so hopeless and helpless and lost and discouraged.
They were refugees in Sierra Leone, a tiny West African country at the end of an 11-year civil war that had killed 75,000. They were survivors of brutal amputations carried out by the rebels as a form of intimidation. So when Malco, a trauma nurse from Bellevue, visited an amputee camp in 2001, she was inspired to do something she rarely does.
I took off my artificial leg, and immediately I had their attention. They'd never seen a one-legged white woman, I don't think, before.
In that moment, Malco, a victim of a boating accident at the age of 19, used her one similarity to introduce what would become a national phenomenon.
I asked if they'd ever played soccer, and they said, well, we used to. And apparently after, I said, you guys can do it.
It's a game Malco and her friends experimented with in the early 80s, one that caught on in other countries and eventually came back to Seattle in 2000 with the Amputee Soccer World Cup. It's a game Malco thought might give these refugees hope, a game in retrospect that gave so much more. 7 years after Malco gave the rules to local pastor Mahmoud Samai, Sierra Leone now boasts 5 organized teams, comprised of 120 amputees. Their national team has competed in the last 3 Amputee World Cups.
We say thanks to God, because during the time our community people used to neglect us, that because we are disabled or amputated, everything is gone. But with the help of this football, we have now started to take courage. We are sure that everything is not gone.
I am overwhelmed with what's happened. I'm honored to have the title of Mama D, which is kind of the mother of the team, you know. And like I say, I didn't do anything.
What Malco did was plant a seed. In her words,
it gave them a new level of identity that overwhelmed me.
With no team vehicle, it takes some players 2 to 3 hours to get to practice. But the lack of transportation and the uneven playing fields are only minor inconveniences.
The soccer is what's given them a second chance. It's done everything for them.
Now one local group, including co-president Lynn Pelton, wants to do more. Greatest Goal Ministries USA, established last January with Malco as an advisor, is raising money to not only help support the soccer program, but the long-term needs of all Sierra Leone amputees.
If we can work with them in job retraining, in information technology, where they can start supporting themselves, that's empowering.
On a site visit last October, a chieftain of the Kono district, known best for its diamond mining fields made famous in the movie Blood Diamond, donated 5 acres to the group for a future resource center and a health clinic. They've also partnered with Concordia University in Irvine, California on a $1 per win program they hope other schools across the country will adopt as well.
Each time the team wins a game, each player will donate $1 to Sierra Leone. I think it'll really help them to realize that, you know, by playing this game, they can actually touch people on the other side of the world.
This coming May, with more charitable plans in hand, DeMalco plans to return to Sierra Leone. 7 years after a simple suggestion, she's happy she made that fateful decision to remove her prosthetic leg.
I'm glad I did it. And yet that's not something I do all the time. You know, I'm in disguise most of the time.
From Bellevue, Aaron Levine, Q13 Fox News.
Wow, what a neat story. We want to thank Malco and the Peltons for providing much of the footage for that story. If you want to get some more information on Greatest Goal Ministries USA, you can visit our website, q13fox.com, and click on Q links.
Wow, shows you what the human spirit can do, huh?
Yeah.